Hello everyone, Jeff here, and I'm here to show you guys a little bit more of Garry's Mod. I seen the episode of the Linux Action Show. Chris was showing it off, that's awesome, but he didn't quite know how to play. That's alright, Chris, I'm here to help you out. So I'm going to jump on in. I've been playing Garry's Mod since Garry's Mod 10, since it hit Steam and went on sale. I didn't play the beta before that. The Garry's Mod mine was free long time ago. But once 10 came out, hit Steam, I seen it, bought both Half-Life 2 and that on the spot. Well, not on the spot, but you know what I mean. Had to get them, had to start playing them. That was a long time ago, and I played it religiously for a good year and a half, maybe 2 years, and then, stopped playing it for a while. Watched it update, watched it grow, watched it become what it is today. We're at what, Garry's Mod 13.06, this Linux version right there on the top right. Nice. So yeah, we're at 13, Garry's Mod 13, and a lot has changed, which is good. I mean, we have add-ons that we can get directly from the game, which is awesome, and I have all sorts of them, and I'll try to link these into the video description so that you guys can download them straight with Steam or whatever. I'll do what I can. So there's tons of them here, and game modes, maps, weapons, tools, NPCs, vehicles, everything. And or you can just open the actual workshop and look through that as well. You can actually search through this too, which is really nice when you're a long-time player like me and you're looking for something like the turret that for some reason Garry decided to take out of the game. Don't know why. Okay, that's not even in here. I have it installed though. So I'll try to link it to you guys. So I'm going to start a new game. Go ahead, go to flat grass. Let this thing load. I'm playing this on my Bonobo Extreme. My favorite computer I've ever had. Most favorite computer. It's awesome. It is awesome. Okay, anyways. So we're in Garry's Mod now. Right there, boom. First thing you see, hints. These hints will tell you how to play the game. Hold C, turn off the hints. First thing it tells you, of course, so that it won't bug you or something. Watch those hints, it'll tell you how. I'm gonna try to, treat everyone like they've never played, or just kind of try to show everyone Garry's Mod at a new perspective, I suppose. So everyone can get anyone using Linux who has been using Linux for a long time, never got a chance to play Garry's Mod, that can now play it. New guys, I guess. I don't want to be like that, but anyone new to Garry's Mod, hopefully this video will help you out. So, good old WASD to move around. Any first-person shooter, anyone who's played a first-person shooter will know this. The gun in my hand looks like the gravity gun, but it's blue. Looks like the blue gravity gun, I should say. But it's a fizz gun. Notice it's got a laser. Basically a tractor beam. You're going to use this to pick up things, freeze them in midair. You can pull them towards you, push them away. You can rotate them, snap them to the world's grid. Great stuff. And we have the camera tool. Just good old taking pictures. You can zoom in, tilt, all this nice, cool, awesome things. Get a nice picture of a flatty wood here. Bam, picture taken. And then you have the tool gun. Most important weapon. Well, this and the fizz gun for sure. The tool gun will default at the last tool you chose in the context menu, and I'll show you those in a little bit. And it's always going to be the same weapon, of course, but it'll always default to the last tool you have chosen. So if I chose the axis, I can go right back. I can choose the tool gun, and it'll be the axis. If I chose weld, I can go to the tool gun, and it'll be a weld. Now, Garry's Mod allows you to infinitely run, obviously, unlike the actual games. If you hit V, you can instantly no clip. Oh whoa, that's creepy. Anyways, you can instantly no clip. And while you're flying, you can hit V to kind of go faster, run, or crouch to go even slower, which is great when you're trying to be very precise about things when you're building something. So let's get down on the floor here. It's toggle, so hit V to enable and disable. So let's press Q and open the menu. First thing you're going to see is a whole bunch of props. Construction props, comic props, Half-Life props, Team Fortress props, whatever you have installed should show up here. If it's enabled, which I've been having troubles enabling them, the other Steam or Source games. Not too sure about that. And pretty much they're all here. It's construction props. I don't understand how a barrel is constructive, but it is. One thing I noticed, and maybe you guys can help me out here. Don't know if it's a Linux bug. Don't know if this is a feature. But there's no... Garry's Mod used to have weapons by default. I didn't have to go into here and spawn myself weapons. So I'm going to, impulse basically. I have to enable cheats first. So to do that, press tilde, the tilde key on the keyboard. It'll open the console. SV_cheats. And then 1 to enable it. Cheats are enabled. Then to give yourself weapons is impulse 101. And I have that binded for ammo and whatnot. So now I'll have weapons. All the Half-Life 2 weapons that I should have are here. Like the crowbar. It's important. So if I have a barrel that I spawn by clicking it, not dragging it, just clicking it. A couple of them here. And then Z to undo them. And I can just shoot it. And it'll explode. With vengeance. So I can turn this down a little bit. Oh, not gonna let me. Okay. Still quite buggy. A little sad on that. Hopefully it won't bug out too much during this, and I can get through a pretty good play here. So we have all sorts of props to play with. All sorts of props. And I just showed you. Fizz gun will pick it right up. Hold E to rotate with the mouse. Hold Shift and E, and it'll snap it to the grid. Very, very helpful. Right click while holding left click, and it will freeze it in the air. Freeze it wherever you had it. Very, very, again, very, very helpful. You're going to have to use this a lot. You need this frozen right here. I want to put something right here. It needs to be there. That's how you freeze them. If you scroll, it'll bring it in and out slowly. It's pretty helpful. I think you can also hold E and press forward and back as well. So W and S, that'll also bring it forward and back. So that's the physics gun, fizz gun, whatever. Good old gravity gun here. Good old gravity gun. Go and undo that. So there's your props. There's also a bunch of different tabs here besides the spawn list for props and building stuff. Let me just show you the builder stuff. It's wonderful. Yeah, I guess I'll get that a little bit later. So go to the weapons. I have a whole bunch of add-ons like I explained earlier. So a lot of these, wouldn't be here in vanilla Garry's Mod, but you can spawn the Half-Life 2 weapons, give yourself the AR2, some more ammo for it, some more slams, RPG, stuff like that. And it's just helpful. Anything you download will show up here. Any weapons. I got nukes. They're fun. I got a Pokeball, so I can basically capture other people and as my Pokemon. Pretty good stuff. Then you got entities. These are basically things, and there's some editors too that I guess for the world and stuff, which is cool. But these are basically things that do things. Usually they can be accessed or used with the use key or E, or they just have a special property like the TNT, which is an add-on. It's a special TNT that gets bigger. The explosion will get bigger the more the TNT there is, and this will probably kill me. Oh yeah, it's much, much bigger. So that's a really cool entity. It's, again, an add-on. Other things like some of the default ones would be Bouncy Balls. They're fun to play with, and if you go hit the use key on them, they'll give you health. So you can give yourself a whole bunch of extra health by doing this. I have an admin ball and I downloaded just 1,000 HP, so go and stock up on these. Just hitting the use key on them basically. I'm just basically holding the use key. There you go. Got like 16,000 health now. That'll help. Half-Life 2 stuff, ammo, the HEV suit. It's kind of funny. Oh, it just made the beep. It didn't say it. That's too bad. SMG grenades, and you just spawn them on the ground to pick them up as ammo. So there's great stuff here. Things, I'll get into wire later, but things that can be used with wire. Things with actions, not just basic props. Non-playable characters, NPCs. These are scripted AI having people, or creatures, I guess you'd call them. Characters, whatever. So if I spawn this prison guard, he's going to attack me. He's got a gun, he's shooting. And I died and I don't have my gun, There we go, impulsed. He's dead. So, all these NPCs are here. They're here to play with, to do whatever. It's a lot of fun if you're bored to just spawn a whole bunch of something you know you can't win against. Anyways. Or to make them fight each other, you know, get some resistance against a whole bunch of striders, make a scene out of it. It's always good. So there's a bunch of NPCs to play with. Vehicles. You got the airboat seat. And this is something I cannot drive, but it's a seat that I can get in. Now I can weld this seat to something I can drive that, you know, maybe I've made, a car. So jump on in, control will get third view or third person view. Jump on out, use key. And then Half-Life 2 vehicles, airboat, Jeep, and the pod from Half-Life 2. This used to be the only vehicle you can use for a chair back in the day. And these you can all get in, you can drive them. Just like the game. Unfortunately, the Jeep doesn't have the Gauss gun for some reason. How dare he. But, still fun. Post-processing, this is stuff for creating scenes and videos and stuff like that. Makes some things pretty weird. I don't want to do it. It'll probably lag everything out. I haven't tested this yet in the Linux version here. Dupes. These are like things that people have made and duplicated and you know, put on here and just uploaded to the Garry's Mod workbox or whatever, or workshop. So you can spawn them right here, which is pretty cool. Usually they'll be buggy, and a lot of times they'll require something, a mod or an add-on that you don't have. I usually don't play with them. Very rarely I'll look at them. Your own dupes will be in here, which is good. I don't have any on this. Same thing as saves. You can load people's saves through here too. Really, really cool. Now, what's more important though is your tools. On the right side, you'll see a couple more tabs. The first thing being your tools. You've got constraints, construction tools, posing, rendering tools, and the last one's my weight tool. That's an add-on, and they're very, very helpful. I mean, they'll do things. They'll do what you need to do. So, say I want to weld a couple things together. These three things, for some reason, need to be attached to each other, even though they're not touching each other. I'm going to weld you to you, and I'm going to weld you to you. Simple as that. They are now welded. They are one object, kind of. You can see physics is never perfect in video games. But, man, the Source engine does a really good job. So, welding things is going to be something you're going to do a lot. There's a winch, a slider, which is pretty cool. Slider U, this ain't going to work too well. Whoa, man, it's not working well at all. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, I'm undoing that. All right. I'm undoing that. Oh, man, let's try it one more time. I'm gonna, let's see, right click, it makes it, adjacent to the object you're looking at, so it'll be straight up and down, or, adjacent to with the object. And there, that's what a slider does. It won't let it go left or right, it'll just let it go up or down, kind of like a hydraulic. But there are also hydraulics, which will be able to push and pull things. Ropes, pulleys, muscles, kind of do the same thing. Motors, so you can make anything a wheel, basically. Elastic, ball socket, axis. Precision here is an add-on. It lets me do all sorts of stuff with precision. Buoyancy, fin, and repulsor are all add-ons, but very nice to have. Buoyancy allows me to make anything float or sink. Fin lets me create really cool wing physics, kind of. And I really wish I had my old saves from like Garry's Mod 12. But by the way, if anyone knows how to get old saves to work in Garry's Mod 13, please tell me. I would love to have my old saves. I have the files. I'd love them, but they won't work in Garry's Mod 13. I don't know why. So, anyways, I've made a fully physics helicopter without using any thrusters for lift with the fin tool by giving it basically air physics and efficiency of fin all the way up. I don't want any actual lift effects. Basically, moving it will make it lift. via air. So if I go like this and just kind of throw it that way, you're gonna see it's gonna go up and go back down, paper airplane style, I suppose. Definitely has a neat effect. Very, very, very cool to use. I might come back in another video and show you guys some cool things you can do with that. Let's move on. Again, that's an add-on. I'll try to have it linked. Hover balls are not add-ons though, and that's why I want to show you this. One of the first things I made in Garry's Mod was a hover bathtub. Basically, just put some hover balls on something. You can control them up or down with the controls over here. Now you can make it any key. Back in the day, it was only numpad, so I have a habit of making it still numpad. I'm gonna make this thing go up and down with minus and plus. Got to respawn it on here. Bam. There you go. You got a hover ball. Put some thrusters on that thing, and you've got a flying object. All right. So, cool stuff. A lot of great things in here. Look at them, play with them, learn them. Helpful. Options are going to have a bunch of cool stuff. Speaking of which, you've probably noticed by now I have a grid that kind of stands out. Now, this is an add-on called Smart Snap. If you want to build things, you want this add-on. It is amazing. It helps me with so many things. Can't even say. So, wherever you're pointing, you'll see the little red X come up. And if you press E, or the use key, your cursor will instantly... Oh, I picked it up with E too. That's kind of funny. Let's get a bigger object that I know I can't pick up. That'll work. So if I press E, it will snap to the grid of the corners. So say I want to, weld that exact precise corner to, or put a hover ball on that exact precise corner, I can. And I can do it on all three corners precisely. That one didn't quite work here. Oh yeah, because it's one of the weird triangle objects that have a grid that expands as a square. Now you can see how they make models here. It's kind of funny. But it does definitely help. It's extremely useful. And it's done nothing but make my awesome, cool, great, crazy things that I think are awesome, cool, great, and crazy very, very cool. Makes them better, precise. It's made my cars, ride smoothly. It's made my airplanes fly better. It's necessary. I really think it is. Or if you want, precision. You probably noticed, but hey, these objects have a grid on them anyways. Yeah, they help. It's nice to be able to see the grid, and you can try to use your cursor and click that grid and then click it to another one, but there's no snapping with the use key. There's nothing like that, by default. So that's really helpful. So while we're here, how much time do I have? Because I know YouTube doesn't like to let you have too much time. I'm just about out of time. I wanted to make a car. Maybe I'll make another video and we'll build a car, show you kind of how the physics works a little bit with the wheels and some of the other objects or tools. But here's a little introduction. I hope you guys find this helpful. If you haven't played Garry's Mod, check it out. Maybe find a friend who has it, play it with him or something, her, I don't know. Definitely check it out. And to the Linux folk out there, this is for you. This is all for you. I know you guys haven't had a chance to play this. I'm a dual booter. I'm sorry. I know I'm a dual booter, but in my defense, I've been playing Garry's Mod since before I knew what Linux was. I know. I'm sorry. Again, forgive me. Forgive me. I'm trying to give back. I swear. I really am. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making this, right? So, I'm going to end on a bang. Let's just grab this nuclear airstrike here and this ain't going to be good. This is not going to be good. Goodbye.